Welcome to another episode of Coco Caliente Podcast, where a mother and daughter production, we talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Jenny. Hello, everyone. So first thing we're going to talk about today is Nicole said I had to have a topic ready immediately. So I'm just scanning my list and my eyes came to bra. So she's giving me a look. How many of you, the women, the minute you get into your house, like whip off your bra?
Everyone.
Do you think they do? Or do you think I'm like really jealous of people that can wear their bra all day, every day? And I went to my grandma's house. She never didn't have a bra on.
You know, I think it's the times. Back in the day, they wore corsets and bras.
Yes, and I thought about corsets last night when I was sleeping, when I was like thinking
Mom,
about...
I cannot imagine you in a corset.
No, you know how miserable I would be? I would be like really, really, really miserable.
It would hurt.
But yeah, I'm glad you just brought that up because I literally was thinking about, I used to see that in like even wooden shoes and like shoes that were just, I think like way back, they didn't make them like to fit everybody's size. If you had like wide feet or whatever, and how they made the shoes, your feet would turn into the shape of the shoes. Like you'd wear the same shoes for say, I don't know how long, but say your feet grew, they didn't give you you didn't really get new shoes in your feet. I saw so many people's feet like in such weird shapes. So if you had wide feet or odd shaped feet, like they had to hurt because...
Well, yeah, and you know, I follow this one account on Instagram that's like barefoot something. You'd have to look it up on who I follow, but there's shoes now that you're supposed to be walking like almost barefoot, they say, but like shoes that are the shape of your feet, so not like high heels or basically I think the shoes that you like to wear, right? You say you feel like the most level, but it's really bad for people who don't wear those types of shoes. So it's very interesting. A lot of companies don't make like, they're kind of just like, they're not wide. They're just like the shape of your foot. And she like rates them all. And I might try a pair because they say that it's like really bad for your balance and just for a lot of different things in your body if your feet are thrown off.
And I have a problem with that, like the balance. I don't know what is off in me that causes that. Besides, I think it's more than just my ankle and my knee. Like because when I'm bare feet, my balance is so much better. And when I find a pair of shoes that I like, I will wear them out. It'll be kind of funny because we'll be going someplace good, and Dave or Nicole will both look at me and say, "What are you wearing for shoes today?" Like looking at my clothes to see. I'm like, I have a few, but like.
It's because, Mom, we buy her, like, so many pairs of shoes for everything, and then they never work. So I feel like you have the most shoes, but you only wear...
I do not even have close to the same as many as you shoes. I don't have the most shoes, but I do have a lot of choices of shoes.
You like Converse, and is your other pair Hey Dudes that you wear all the time over to my house, the cheetah ones?
Yeah, but those are so worn out, I can't really wear them.
But you liked those when?
I like them way better than Converse. Converse are not comfortable for me.
Oh my gosh, Mom, I just bought us Converse for Disney World and you let me. I thought that they were comfy for you.
Well, they're flat, so they're comfortable in that way, but they're still not like comfortable in like giving my feet freedom. I like freedom. I like flip-flops.
Okay, so what we'll do is... just take the pictures in the Converse, and then we'll bring you another pair of shoes. I don't want you to be miserable. It's a lot. Oh, yeah. So, unless you're scooting around.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. So you can bring up my scooter incident, or my scooter that I got for Christmas that you wanted to talk about a long time ago that we never did.
Talked about it?
No, because you asked me and I said no. You said you want to talk about it, and I said no.
Okay, so there is this thing my dad got my mom for Christmas, and it's basically like it looks like a luggage, and it turns into
like when you carry it, like you can drag it through the airport, like as pulling a luggage suitcase,
and it's like carry-on size, and then it turns into
it's called like a mobility scooter, right?
Yeah, it's not just for like it's handicap or anything like that. It's like they say, I guess when I read it, just for anyone who needs like help moving place to place, or not even help, it's just like, I don't know, it's like an adult scooter, I guess, and you sit on it, and it doesn't look like,
and it's very like
modern.
It's very slim,
sleek,
and like when they. I always know because Dave will give me clues around Christmas, and he's saying some stuff, and I'm like, "What did you get me?" And they didn't tell me that they're sending pictures back and forth. And I seen something on Nicole's phone once, and I'm like, was he trying to buy me something to water my plants outside? Like, I could not figure out what in the heck it was, but it did not turn out to be that. So I was like all freaked out. I said, you have to quit. Like, I have to walk or whatever.
So yeah. So what's really good about this is I got when we went to Hawaii, I got like the, you know, where they can pick you up at. Mom has never gotten that. She's always walked to the gates, but she does have a bad ankle and knee, and it's hard on you. And you always have a heavy bag and stuff. And so I was like, Mom, I'm going to get you the wheelchair thing. She's like, no, don't. And I was like, Mom.
Oh, at the airport. Because the one time we had a very long walk because we had 3 flight switch. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be like very long, especially if the escalators and all that are shut down and the trams. So then I got her that. I was like, just in case we're really far, like and an Arrow can just like, you know, sit on your lap or whatever. Well, then Dad got her the scooter, and it's like airport accessible and everything, and it was just amazing. You got so many compliments on it. Victor rode it around, I think, more than you did.
Yeah, when we had to get somewhere really fast, it was like easy to throw Arrow on my lap and just zoom through.
Yeah.
But then, like, once we got to the spot and say we had the one time when we had that 1.5 hour wait, like Victor got on it all the time and would take around to go see where he wanted to go get food from. And same while we were in Hawaii, like at the hotel. Like, if we went far, Victor would get on it quite a bit. You got on it a few times.
I did.
Arrow wanted to go on it so much that it was kind of like I was ready to pack it up when we got home because Arrow wanted one of us four to be taking him for rides constantly.
Yeah, we just, like, it was just it's so good for my mom.
It was very convenient. And,
yeah, and so we're taking it to Florida again just for...
Yeah, we haven't had it out since then.
No. Just for, like, if there's long walks or if we do...
Like Disney. We are doing Disney.
Yeah.
So I don't think, honestly, I'm going to be honest, the way my foot is, I don't think I would have done Disney without this. I wouldn't do it. I would just stay back because
the next,
it's a lot.
4 days you'd be miserable, don't you think?
Yeah, because my ankle would swell from that much walking. And so this will be perfect. And when I do want to walk, they're going to want breaks, you know, from walking around. So one of them can get on the scooter and sit. And he, especially with Arrow, because he's go.
He don't really sit in a stroller these days, does he?
Not super, not once you get him out and he's excited. No, but the scooter, because it moves a little faster and he thinks he's going for a ride. It's a lot better. And that way we can use the stroller too. We'll still take the stroller for sure for like naps, and at least we can put our bags underneath, you know, in the stroller and push it. But yeah, it's nice.
You'll have to put the link on the Facebook page, or if I got lots of videos of you in it, maybe I'll post one of those. But it's what, Dad? We're talking about Mom's scooter on the podcast. He didn't know.
He didn't know we're podcasting. I think he thought we're just having a conversation here. He just came in from cleaning some snow, and he's But anyway, so at first I was a little bit embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed to use it like at Disney and stuff like that. But at first I was like, no, I'm not going to use it at the airport. But the one time we had only the 40 minutes before, and all of them 3 that didn't have the scooter, they were sweating and it was miserable. Like they were out of breath, and we barely made it. Like it was just right to the thing. So it's nice, and it would have been harder with Arrow, and we didn't have to take the stroller at that point.
You shouldn't be embarrassed at all, because like the thing is, it's not like taking away anything. It's just It's adding more to your life. It's not like, I mean, the ankles.
I just want to be able to enjoy some of the things that are long walks that I couldn't. And like I said, if I can walk half of it and then say, like, because it was kind of funny because they were so used to me taking it in Hawaii that I was like, finally, I'm like, I don't want to ride it anymore. Like, we can just leave it back. And somebody else would say, no, I'll ride it. You know, so they would take it then too. I'm like, I need to walk because it's like, this is a little too easy, you know, jumping on that thing. Well, you don't do
it. Like you said, you haven't used it since then. It's not like you're using it as like a crutch of something, right? Instead, like you don't take it to the grocery store or anything like that.
Oh, heck no.
No, so I'm just saying you use it so you can enjoy like Hawaii more. I absolutely think you enjoy the resort more, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. And when we went to this long pier walk where we got our pictures taken, like I walked all the way there And then it was like, we did not realize it was extremely long, and it was like a rough kind of walk because you had to walk into the sand and down all these, there was no railings, and it was like
you told
rocks
them about
and the thing. So I was exhausted after I got up from that. And Dave ran back to the vehicle and got that and brought it. And I was like, oh yes, it was
My
just
dad's
nice.
so good about that stuff. Like I'm really happy he found that for you. Like that's awesome.
It is really nice. And like I said, at first I wouldn't even let her talk about it because I was like embarrassed, but then I didn't even want to take it to Hawaii. And then when they took it, I actually loved it. And I'm actually going to enjoy Disney, and we'll probably take it to the pools with us, packed like the suitcase, because then say anybody needs to go back to the room, we don't have to lose our parking spot. It's hard to find parking spots at Orange Lake because especially it's spring break. Every cabana's booked. It's going to be packed. So once we get in a parking space, it seems like somebody always has, like say Nicole needs to go take a nap with Arrow, she can get on that because it's probably like a mile walk back to the room.
Yeah, it is.
So that way she can get back and forth, or if somebody forgot something and they need to go grab it or grab sandwiches or whatever, it'll be nice to go back and forth. And I don't know, it's real. I'll have to show you a picture of what it looks like packed up and what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh,
my dad could be a salesman for this. He was like, everyone's asking him about it in Hawaii, and he's literally stopping dead in his tracks and explaining it to people and giving them a tutorial. It's like, Dad, you can't be doing that.
What's the name of that? So many people took pictures of like the name and like the whole, like
even
asking about
the flight attendants and pilots have never seen something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
the one pilot said he would love that because for when he's trying to get around at the airport and stuff when we were in Hawaii, it was they all really liked. It was
What's the brand, Dad?
Alto.
Was he saying?
Alto? I don't know. We'll verify.
He's smiling about it still. You better make sure it's charged up before we leave for Florida, Dave.
Oh, he'll get it charged up. I bet it's already charged up.
Okay, so anyways, back to the bra thing. That's what reminded me of the shoes and all of this is yesterday. Like when I come home, I do take my bra off, and Nicole never says anything. And now, since Victor's been a part of the family so long, I don't worry about putting it on if he's just stopping over, or whatever. And Sunday night, he decided to grab Chinese. So he was grabbing Chinese, and she called me and she's like, before Victor gets there, put a bra on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is my shirt?
Well, because I left to my house to go I went to go pick him up.
Yeah. And she's like, go put a bra on. And I was like, because she was already here. And I'm like, okay, what is wrong? Like, is my shirt extra bad today or whatever? And I was just looking down and I was like, just had a t-shirt on like normal. So then I went and changed my shirt and put a bra on. And I was just a little bit offended because I was like, oh gosh, like, did Victor say something or what is going on?
Gosh.
So then I forgot about it. I just put a bra on and she came back. We ate and everything. And then they were watching something they bought on pay-per-view down here. So since they were it was like a fight. So since they were watching that, me and Nicole took Arrow upstairs so it was quiet. So we were playing with them. And like when the fight came over, Victor come up and he threw a fortune cookie at me. And he's like, or Arrow did. I don't know who did. Yeah, threw a fortune cookie. And I was like, did you have a fortune cookie yet? And so I just opening my fortune cookie and it was so stale. I like took a bite of it and I'm like, oh, these are really stale. I said, they're bad. And I was just eating. I ate like a few and Arrow wanted a bite and I said, no, it's too hard or whatever. So I put it back in the package and they go, what's your fortune? I pulled it out, had no idea that it was a joke. And that's actually why they wanted the bra. And I found out later was because she was.
Well, Victor didn't even mention, I'm the one that told you to put a bra
But you were secretly videotaping me.
Yes, I was.
So she knew that just in case she wanted to post this, she didn't want me to. But anyways, I open it up and my fortune says, the best diet in the world is one you can stick to. Your Fucked. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, oh, that is so insulting. Like,
okay, but we didn't know that's what it actually said.
No.
They're all random. And Ashley, Victor's sister, sent a big box like a year ago of fortune cookies. And
that's why they're stale.
And that's why when I cleaned out the cupboards, I found them. And I was like, oh my gosh, we got to use these for a prank. And that was like the perfect opportunity.
But it was the funniest. I think that my face was probably like, what the heck? I'm like, how do they know me like so well? But the rest of them were not as funny, were they?
That was
Then
the
the other
one.
three ended up opening ones here and they were not as funny. So I think I got the most perfect one for me. And now I know exactly why she wanted me to put a bronze, so that made me feel a little bit better.
I was expecting us to open them at the table after we ate our Chinese, and everyone just usually casually opens up their fortune cookie and kind of just reads it and looks at their lucky numbers. But everyone was so full they weren't even thinking about the fortune cookies, and so we really kind of had to push it. But the funny thing is that we actually never got fortune cookies this time because I said, Vic, here, trade the fortune cookies out for these ones, and there was none to trade them out with. So, anyways,
yeah. So that was my prank of the week, and
oh yeah, and if you guys didn't, I saw some of you finally saw the nail video because I posted it on Instagram. So if you haven't, go check it out. It's on TikTok too. But we've been pulling a lot of pranks lately. Just now, Arrow pulled a prank on Victor and gave him a box full of like the fake. What is it, like
fake poop?
But is it dog poop? It's
supposed like to be dog poop. Yeah.
Yeah, like a box of fake dog poop, and I got that on video. I'll probably post it on Arrow's account because poor Vic was so excited.
Yeah, he was like, I felt bad because he just came here to pick him up so we could podcast. And he goes, "Oh, you got me a present. How sweet!" And then he's
like, "Come give me a kiss." And then Arrow was handing him to him and saying, "Poop."
Because Arrow's like very scared of it. Like as soon as it gets open, he knows like it looks so real that he is like, he won't go anywhere near that box if it's open, but he'll hand it. You just clipped me.
Shoot, sorry.
Okay, but he'll hand it with the poop, like as long as it's shut. But the funniest thing is like the tag that comes on it from the joke store. I think Dave got it from Spencer's years ago, and I found it when I'm cleaning today. And it wasn't even ever opened before, but it's on the box. It says something made for you, especially by me. So Victor was like really thinking. A gold box. So Victor was really thinking he got him a present. So he got excited. I felt a little bit bad.
And that would have used to bug me, but since he's my husband, I don't feel bad. It's funny. He totally. You know what he did to me today? He said, "Hey Nicole, can you carry this dumbbell to the stairs?" And he just like said it like it was nothing and just set it in the kitchen. And so then I went to just like walk and pick it up, and I like pulled my back. It was 40 pounds, and he's sitting there. Holy
crap.
He's sitting there just laughing and was like, "Oh, your face." So I got him back. And I was like, "Victor," he goes, "Well, don't you think you should test it to see how much it weighs before you just pull it like that?" I was like, "No, I assumed since you're asking me to lift it that it's like 5 or 10 pounds, not 40 pounds.
No, I would not assume that to carry that to the basement because who carried it down? Did you?
No, then he's just laughing. He just did it to prank me.
Right.
So I don't feel bad.
So I started this new thing this week because, like I told you, everything trying to clean the clutter out a lot. So I told Dave for the whole month of March. And I started yesterday and did one yesterday and did it today too because we're supposed to be gone this week. And I'm trying to cover for days that I'm gone too. So we're vacationing quite a bit this month. So I'm going to have a lot to do. But one bag to throw out of stuff in my house, like go through a room, get one bag to throw out and one bag to donate. And it doesn't matter if it's just a Walmart bag or if it's a heaping big black, garbage bag, like the big ones that I have. What are those? Like 40 some gallons, which I did fill one of those today.
Of what? Donation.
And, anyways, so that's what my goal is 31 days in March, 31 bags to get rid of 62, 31 bags of donate and 31 bags of junk. And I think my house will be totally decluttered after that.
That sounds fun. I know. I've been telling Mom, yesterday, can I clean out your silverware drawer? Not today.
Well, she don't understand because she'll just put everything in to donate, but she has to realize, I need to clean that stuff out because I have so much stuff in my camper, could use a set of silverware and stuff right now.
I know that. I'm not going to throw away good stuff or not. You know what I mean? I know,
but before I even give it I meant donate it. I need to see what my camper can hold because right now I have the forks in my camper are literally so short
that stuff. I was just going to organize it for you, but it is. I'm going to help you for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, so it felt good. It's been feeling good to do that kind of stuff, and the less is more. The more I got thinking about it today, I'm finding all Nicole's and Jesse's teeth from when they're little up in my bedroom. I found the most random stuff. And some of it went into Arrow's room, into the toy box, little things that I actually was going to donate and found. I'm like, oh, he'll like them. And as soon as I put him in there, he found everything today. But I'm going to try to do that and just really think through it. And I'm going to tell the kids no more gifts. Like they can print me off some pictures or stuff like that, or something they know for sure I'll use, but not no random gifts anymore, because they're not going to want to go through it. If anything ever happens to me and Dave, it's going to take them 2 years to go through all this stuff in this house. There's so much stuff.
So how about we challenge you to declutter as well, our audience? Just a little bit.
Oh, yes. Oh, I thought you were saying me. I'm already decluttering.
I'm telling them, like, yeah. So, because I've been doing it. My mom's doing it. It just feels good. And spring is the right time to do it. And that's like, first day of spring's like, I think March 20th or something like that. So. I
have drawers on the bottom of my bed. 6 drawers, like are under the bed. I opened them drawers for the first time in probably 3 years today. So I kept probably not even 1 drawer's worth out of the 6 drawers. All of them went into donation, like the sweatshirt. They were mostly full of sweatshirts, but all of them I was like, if I have not worn those in 3 years and they're underneath there, I'm like, I do not need those. I have not even opened anything. So it's like, I do not need
It's going to be awesome for you to utilize those drawers for stuff that you actually know what you want and where it is, right?
No, because I actually want to get rid of the bed, so that's why I'm emptying all the things. I have the bedroom in my bedroom set is what Nicole had as a teenager, and it's like a queen size bed, but it has 6 drawers underneath. Then it has the big whole back panel, which has with a mirror on it, with shelves on the top, and a built-in nightstand on both sides that have 2 drawers plus a cabinet with 2 shelves, and it's a lot of space. So I have everything shoved in there. So I think if I could get rid of this and just go down to just a bed with just a headboard, and not, because I shove things in there that I don't need to. Do you know what I'm saying? I really want to clear the space, so I need to get rid of it and then just go down to a simple headboard and a nightstand. And that's it. That's it. It's just like a 1 drawer nightstand, because I'm trying hard to get rid of, I don't want to shove more stuff in there because I won't look at it again for another 3 years.
And you know what's crazy is for a while it was hard for me to get rid of stuff, and then all of a sudden it just like switched in me, and where I got like the itch that I needed to, because what for you and I were the same. It's like we have so much stuff that we don't know where it is and we don't use it. So we need to get rid of stuff so we can actually use the stuff we have. Like you and I will go to TJ Maxx and maybe buy something, and then it just sits, and then we forget we even have it. Like, where did I put it? So that's like a big thing for me going through my house, is now I know where every single thing is in my kitchen, what's in my kitchen, where it is, and it's all, like, I have extra space in my kitchen now. Whereas before, I had no extra space. I didn't know what was in there. I was constantly, like, trying to figure out where my pans are, where's this. Everything makes sense. And it just, like, when I'm in my kitchen, I like to spend more time in there. I'm happier, so just plan on doing that throughout the entire house, which it'll take me till the end of the year. But
yeah, it's going to take till the summer, because we plan on having a big garage sale. So also, and yesterday and today, I did a box of garage sale for each, and the only reason I'm doing some of it, not the donating in the garage sale, is because some of it's a lot of stuff that I'm so like not wanting to get rid of, but I don't need. So I'd actually like to put it out there just in case, like, somebody else from the family wants it or that kind of stuff first, instead of just going and taking it to the Goodwill. I'd rather, see, because there might be like, sometimes when Nicole puts all her stuff out, there's things that I'm like, oh, if you don't want that, I'd actually use that. So
same.
So that's why I'm actually want to, have, so I actually got 3 things going on, but like that's just going out of the boxes. I'm not like trying to get a box of garage sale.
And honestly, garage sale stuff can be cheaper than Goodwill sometimes. Do you know that?
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, so like say I donate something for free, then still like $6 at Goodwill, where if you marked it at your garage sale, you'd probably put $1 or $2.
Right.
Or so there's no.
And it'd be kind of fun to, I like Dave has a lot of stuff too outside, and Jesse said he has a lot of stuff, so he wants us to have one this year, and we never have them. So I just figure, and I don't think clothes, for the most part, for me, I'm just donating because they're harder to mark and harder to think. So I'm just trying to, which baby clothes you'll probably put in it, but most of my clothes stuff, I'm just that's the donation, but like the household things that, some of things I've never even used. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to, do.
I know that's what's hard. It's like you spent $20 on this thing. You never used it, still in the box, but you're like, I don't really want it.
Yeah, but then like I might put it out there, or you, Mom, Ashley, somebody might say, oh, I want one of them, and take it, so that's why I want to.
Yeah, I want to we need to hold ourselves to that. We have been saying we're going to have a garage sale for 10 years.
Well, if I didn't do this garage sale thing, I think I would put some of that stuff back in my thing. But knowing I'm going to put it out there, once it's out there, I can walk around. And if I say, oh gosh, I really do want that, then I can grab it back at that point. But right now it would go to the part where, okay, I'm going to keep that another time until I clean out. But right now it goes to the middle part, the garage sale part. So it's actually working good for me.
For the garage sale, we had one at Grandma's house. And we took everything, and I took all my clothes and donated them after. So I think for my stuff at the garage sale,
I would definitely donate after too.
After, I'm just going to take everything and just donate it, I guess, after, and then they can purchase it at Goodwill or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Because it's like you don't want to take that stuff back in your house.
No.
I think a lot of it would sell, though, because a lot of it is,
Well,
nice.
Yeah, because I'm being choosy about the stuff that I'm trying to keep and what I'm not trying to keep.
And what you're donating.
Oh, this is, I'm looking at my thing and I'm laughing. Unmatched socks. I have been keeping unmatched socks for 20 years. I threw away, which unmatched socks are in style now. And now that I think about it, when I was throwing them away, some of them, this is how I got that separated too. Ones that we will never wear again, thrown away. Ones that have never been worn but are cool, kind of, just in the donation bag. Like, say they're like soccer socks or something that look like they've never even been worn.
But they're matched, you saying?
Oh, yeah, they're all matched.
Okay.
No. And then unmatched ones that I like in the garbage. But then I have a bunch of unmatched ones still saved because I got to go through a couple more bins and I might find them. But now that I'm thinking about it, I found all these really cool bright socks. And I was like, they look like they were never hardly worn, or maybe one time each, which they probably were, because I bought those. I think I bought like a 12-pack of socks a few years ago like that, and they came unmatched because that was a style. So I'm never going to find the match.
Right.
So it's either like I'm going to have to keep them.
You're not supposed to wear colored socks.
Aren't you?
No, I guess they're bad. You know who told me that was my gym teacher when I was a kid in school. She told me that you guys should get white socks because like the dyes will go on in your feet and stuff, and it's bad for you. And now that I'm trying to do this whole holistic journey, I'm going to only buy white socks.
Oh, I might become. She has some good socks at her house. I might be accumulating more socks.
Oh my god!
So, anyways, less is more. Because listen to this. Like, if you had 100, say you had, I probably have 300 pairs of women's socks in my house right now. That's a lot of socks. But if I only had 12 pair, I'd be able to find them and match them. But there gets to be too many, and they just get thrown in the basket because you don't have to match them.
I'd say I only have 12 pair right now at most, and I can find them all, and I know when they're dirty.
I have at least 70 pair matched and probably 200 pairs unmatched right now because that's how long I've had these socks.
It's hard. It's way harder. Like even pots and pans. I couldn't open my pots and pans drawer, so I would just say, F it, I'm not going to even cook anything. Now I can pull it out, and I got 3 choices. And you know what I learned too, Mom, is that for toddlers, you're not really supposed to give them a choice with a lot of things, either like 2 things maximum or just like 1 thing. So, because it can overwhelm them.
You mean to play with or to eat or what?
Everything. Because then they don't know what to choose. It's kind of like me. If you give me 100 options of an outfit, I'm going to be like sitting there. But if I only have 3 things to choose from, my choice is a lot quicker. So, I don't know.
Well, I don't think we give him lots of choices.
No, that's just something we don't. But today, like, I would open up the snack drawer and say, what do you want? And he just stands there and it feels overwhelmed. So then I picked out 2 things. And I said, which one would you like? And then he picked one. So it just makes more sense.
And so in Michigan, and I think lots of other areas, there's been a big snowstorm this week. It's been like a big snowstorm. I don't even know. How many inches did we get this week, Dave?
Dad?
8 inches, but it's just been messy, freezing rain, 0 visibility. There was no school. And then I think we're getting pounded again. We're supposed to be, according to the news, this weekend. And I hope not, because me and Dave actually planned some time away. But I feel really bad for him because he's been getting up at 3 a.m, trying to do our stuff here and do the village stuff. And then he gets home and he has to go back up and do the village again. And
yeah, last night he was out past 8. What time did he get home? Because I called you at 8 and he still wasn't home.
Yeah, it's been crazy. He's been doing a lot, and he only has one other guy that works with him, and he's taking class right now, today and tomorrow. So he's by himself cleaning it all up. So it's been, it's yesterday though he was still here. Yesterday he was still here, so he did have help with two people helped him yesterday, so that was nice. But today he was on his own, and tomorrow he's on his own.
They're lucky to have him.
Yes, definitely lucky. But so anyways, and my son's a lineman, so he has been working storm work for over a week now, over 8 days, where he has to drive down 2.5 hours away in the big trucks. Then he has to drive home in that during this stuff, and it's been stressing me out a lot. So he hasn't even got his own driveway cleaned, so I feel kind of bad for him.
Power linesman, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been the weather's been really, not the greatest right here right now.
No, it hasn't. But it was really sunny today, so it
started
weird.
to melt, but then it's supposed to, I think, ice rain again. It's been up and down. It tries to it's
our porch, I haven't seen that much snow come down. I've never seen that big of snowflakes before in my entire life that was coming down yesterday that I remember. They were huge. And anyways, my whole front porch was completely covered, and the steps were completely covered, and the dogs kept avoiding going out. And finally, after 6 hours, they're okay, we need to go out. So Beyonce kind of just peed there in the snow on the porch, and then Paris, I was like, Paris, don't do it. She tried to walk down the stairs. She flopped down, and I screamed, Victor, you're going to have to rescue her. You couldn't even see her head or anything. She was just completely covered by snow, and she got so scared. But I wish I would have taken a video. It was so cute.
But Victor cleaned it out today, so now they have room again.
That's he did it right this morning. So now they can go down and use the restroom, and he snowblowed what he could.
And and it was just I can't even remember the days now because it seems like snow forever, but it was just last Thursday or Friday when we were cleaning the snow, and then it was nice Sunday because Dad pulled you and Arrow on the sled for a little bit. It was really sunny again. Yeah. And then we got the big storm again, and then that's what it looks like. Rain maybe tomorrow, and then a day of nothing, and then it's supposed to come again.
Dad, is it snowman snow? Should be because it's packing. What? Right now it is. Yeah, so maybe it is. Arrow's never made a snowman. It's because it's the wet packing snow now, so maybe we should try that tomorrow.
Yeah, he probably would like that.
Yeah, because
we should make one his size only,
right.
Not too much bigger than him.
Oh,
make him one his size.
Do you know where you have the carrot, the nose, the eyes, and all that?
I thought I took it's not at your house.
See, that's what I mean.
That might be in that front closet at your house. I don't think I have it. I think it's at your house.
I'll have to look.
That's it. I didn't see it.
Well, I can use stuff from the fridge too, but yeah, that's a good idea.
And like I said, we're going spring breakish time to Florida, and we are having a heck of a time finding flights home. We booked our flight there back a long time ago, waiting because they said flights are supposed to go down for the way home. And as of right now, we have 2 different days we can fly. And for a nonstop flight on a decent plane, we cannot find a flight home for under $779. So I'm getting stressed out.
We didn't book home yet? Oh my gosh, I need to go do that tonight. I just got a notification from Hopper.
Yeah, but I looked today and it did not. It's still $779.
No, I thought it was down to $649.
Well, now it's back up. It's up to $779 today.
Mom, I told you we should have booked.
I'm just I'm just really stressed out to pay that much for one way home. I'm too cheap to do that. I'm just stressing right out. I'm just hoping still that we get, a drop in that or whatever.
What if it goes up to 1,000?
It can't go up to. Nobody will buy that.
Mom.
See, she doesn't worry about it as much as I do, but
because every time you wait, it goes up. The reason we're in this predicament is because when it was 500 and some, she's we gotta wait, and now it's almost 800, and she's still saying to wait. But
the reason I was waiting at first is because nobody says what days they're going and coming. I would have booked it. I already know what day I'm going to go and come. I would have had mine booked a long time ago, and I did book me and Dave a flight home. And then told Nicole to hurry and book it. And then when she went to book it, they were all gone on that flight. And that was way above what I wanted to spend. And that was $500. But I canceled it because Dave said we all have to come home together. That doesn't make any sense. So that's why I canceled that one. You guys
could have kept that one.
I should have.
Yeah, you could have.
No, and I didn't. And I canceled that.
If you're really worried about that. I mean, I could always pay the difference from that flight to that. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I'll figure it out. I'm just saying it's just crazy. I was just wondering if anybody else is having these issues. And then Jesse wants to go he can't go in March because him and Ashley, so they want to go the first week in May and asked us all to go again. And you can get round trips for under $300 on a good flight.
Yeah, so that's just spring
like,
break time. Huh?
It's just such bad
yeah, like
timing.
Disney tickets, like they were way more than I thought, and just like everything, I think because it's spring break time. So
yes, and it's going to be so busy that it's going to be stressful. So I'd honestly rather not go spring break week.
Yeah,
and the only reason I plan this is because my sister actually is coming with her kids. And that is the only reason I am having these predicament and they're actually going to drive, their family is, because they have 5 kids. So would be really expensive. But that's the reason I planned even to go, because I would never normally. And once I go this year at spring break, I'll probably say never, ever again.
Wait, so your week is the week before spring break?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, once Arrow's in school and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I better not say that. So I will be going spring break too.
Because I probably won't pull them out of school for a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyways, that's been like something I'm checking multiple. I'm going to say 20 times a day now.
And Hopper does say to keep waiting, so they know what they're doing. But the thing is the one that keeps going really low is Spirit. And if we flew Spirit and paid for our bags, I think it'd be the same price as flying for $700. You know, so that doesn't make any sense. Plus the airline,
and it could get canceled. And Delta, where are you? Lower your flights coming home.
Just because we
spring break.
We like to fly Delta.
Yes, I like to fly. And I was booked on Southwest, but that's all booked up too. Did
your 2 go that quick?
Yeah, they were like immediately gone. I didn't check again to see if anybody else canceled, though. I should, because if 4 cancel, we could actually book their.
Well, that's what we were waiting for, 2 more to cancel, but then they weren't. But you know what it did say was that I couldn't. Something about a lap child or something. Sometimes there's too many people, and then a lap child counts as another person, so you can't. I don't know. I think we would have ran into trouble with that anyway. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye-bye.